Bruce Hess was a maintenance man at Kraft Foods for 18 years before he fell through a grate. He landed on his left hip, had no feeling in his left leg, and his back hurt. Hess filed a workers' compensation claim. Kraft sent him to a doctor.
Give you medicine, send you home, go back to work. Send you medicine, go back home. And so I was on light duty for 2 years. So it was just a hard fight.
Kraft laid Hess off after 2 years of not working, and that's how Hess became part of a political process that started when Calvin Coolidge was president. Workers' compensation laws are basically an agreement between employer and employee in case of injury. Employees waive their right to sue, and employers guarantee workers' compensation benefits. Benefit levels vary from state to state, and Missouri's compensation is 29% lower than the national average. Workers' compensation law assigns weeks of disability to different body parts. The number of weeks assigned to the body part is multiplied by 2/3 of a person's average weekly wage. The formula was developed in 1926 and hasn't been changed since. The state's laws underwent a significant revision in 2005. Scott Wilson represents injured workers in compensation cases. He calls those changes one-sided.
There were over 73 changes to Missouri's workers' compensation law, and all of them benefited the employers and insurance companies. Not a single one of those changes benefited the injured workers.
The changes narrowed the definition of a workplace injury and reduced payment levels. According to data from ProPublica, Missouri's workers' compensation rate is lower than the national average in almost every category. Only an injury to a ring finger beats the national average. Michael Bloom also represents plaintiffs in workers' compensation cases. He says the lower payments might be justified.
Missouri, generally speaking, has a lower cost of living than a lot of other places. And so that may account for some of those variations.
In fact, Iowa, Illinois, and Oklahoma pay better, but Kansas pays less. Hess has never healed completely. He's had a total hip replacement and 7 back surgeries. He's paid for the last 4 back surgeries on his own. His wife stopped working.
And so she basically just quit her job to be able to stay home and take care of me because I couldn't get around, I couldn't get up, I couldn't bath myself or get dressed or anything like that.
Hess said their income dropped to about 1/3 of what it was when they were both working full-time. It's not just about the money for Hess. It's about the life he's lost.
And I try to be positive every day, but I used to play golf, ride motorcycles, shoot bows, hunt, fish, and stuff like that, and I can't do any of those activities that I was capable of doing before, ever since that day.
A spokesman with the Missouri Department of Insurance and Financial Practices says most Missouri businesses should see a decrease in workers' compensation insurance rates in 2016. He says it's because there have been fewer claims this year. With producers Michaela Compton and Manyon Zoe, Brendan McDermott, KBIA News.